Right now, Render Network appears to be continuing its short-term downtrend and even had a flash crash to the downside as represented by this sharp wick to the downside a few hours ago. So right now, many people are essentially panicking. Should we get out of our positions or should we load up more on Render? I'm here to calm your nerves down a bit. We'll be talking about everything you need to know about the recent price action, the important levels to look out for, and also the possible bullish and bearish scenarios in the short term, and even much more. So you don't want to miss this update video I have right now for Render Network. So as you guys can see, we are inside the shorter 4-hourly time frame for Render Network. And yes, for the past couple of days, Render has been in this short-term downtrend. We had this flash crash a few hours ago for Render Network and even for many other altcoins in the crypto market, as represented by this wick right here in the 4-hourly time frame. Many people were panicking a while ago. Many people were thinking, what should we do? Should we exit? Should we load up more? Is this the local top? What should we do? So let me just keep everything clear, keep you guys level-headed. Let's talk about the recent price action first. Let's talk about the levels to look out for, the support levels, the resistance levels. So here it is. Let's move into the shorter 1-hourly time frame so we can have a more detailed view on exactly what is going on right now in the markets, especially for Render Network. So right here you guys can see we had this pump to the upside and then a flash crash. We crashed to the downside. This was about a 15% crash or a dump towards the downside. So many people were panicking, many people were losing money. But what should we do here now? Or essentially, what should we expect? What can we expect in the next couple of hours or days? So as you guys can see right now, Render Network has found support right here, exactly at this support zone at $10.3. You guys can see this blue zone is a support zone which I have marked right here, and this goes on until $9.8. So this is essentially the last level of support, $9.8. If we do see Render Network break below that, that would be bearish because we could see this act as resistance and we could see further movements to the downside. So let's hope this does not happen, but that is one bearish scenario I'm looking out for as well. That's one scenario I'm watching out for. So definitely watch out for this one, but currently this is not my primary scenario because, as all of you may know, we have a very bullish catalyst coming up in the next couple of days, which I have mentioned this in my previous Render video and I'll mention it again. It is the NVIDIA conference, the AI conference for NVIDIA in March 18th. This is about 3 days from now. So I believe that this will be a very bullish catalyst, not only for Render, but for the entire crypto AI altcoin market. Now, why am I talking about Render specifically? That is because the CEO of Render is going to be speaking in this event. And I believe that this will be, like I've said, a bullish catalyst for Render Network. And I believe that in the next couple of days, we could see a price surge possibly for Render Network to the upside. So that is the primary scenario I'm expecting right now. But of course, we're also open to the bearish possible scenario right here, which is if we do see Render Network break below support right here, we could see further movements to the downside. That is the bearish scenario. But again, like I've said, this is not the primary scenario I'm expecting for Render because, like I've said, in the next couple of days, there is a bullish event that's about to occur, which I believe we could see a surge in the price for Render to the upside. So the condition that should be met right now is I'm expecting, or I want to see Render essentially break above this trend line, because at the moment this trend line is acting as strong resistance for Render Network. Whenever we do have a rally to the upside, we get rejected and we move to the downside. So it's going to be very important right now. The confirmation I'm waiting for is going to be a break above this level, because if we do break above this level, this now flips to support. We could potentially see a retest before moving to the upside, pumping the price. So this is the confirmation we should see happen for Render Network in order for me to expect higher prices soon. But at the moment, if we continue to move down, I'm expecting this support zone right here to act again as support, to support the price. So if we do see Render move to the downside right here, I would expect a bounce from here and we could potentially rally back to this trend line right here and hopefully break above this level, because that is the bullish confirmation. But for the bearish scenario, if we do see Render Network break below $9.8 right here, that would be a bad sign, because the next support level or next support zone is located right here at around $7.8. So that would be the next target if we do see Render break below this support zone, which we hope would not happen, because that would lead to more losses in the short term. But if you're here for the long term, definitely that would be a buying opportunity for Render, and we could ride that to the upside. Now, if you guys are wondering about the trade setups I'm looking out for Render Network, I would personally wait for another opportunity. If you do ever get one, another dip to the downside right here to support, I would possibly or potentially open up a long position right here with a stop loss below the recent swing low, and then ride the wave to this trend line right here. But if we don't get that opportunity of another low, then personally I would wait for Render to break above this trend line and flip that to support, and then open up a long right here and then ride the wave to the upside. So currently I don't have any open positions, but if you're wondering where I'm trading on blofin.com. I recommend this website to you guys because this is where I trade. The links in the description below. You can get up to $30 in bonuses, so do sign up with my link and get $30 in bonuses right now. So in general, if we do take a look at the longer weekly time frame, everything looks bullish. We just recently broke above the all-time high, the previous all-time high. That is one bullish confirmation. And now we also have the Nvidia conference coming soon, which I believe could push Render higher right here in the coming days to $20. That is my target for the next couple of days. We could possibly see Render move to $20. But of course, this is not guaranteed, but that is just the target I'm watching out for. If this Nvidia conference becomes a success, we could see Render push even higher, even before the event, because of the hype building around it. But right now, Render looks healthy. The long term looks healthy. I'm expecting higher prices as the bull run comes, and for the entire crypto altcoin market. So definitely, this is not the time to be shaken out. Do not be shaken out by these short term dips, because the number one mistake I'm seeing people make is they see a short term crash, they sell their positions, and then they miss out on huge gains in the future price increase. So that is one mistake I have done in the previous bull run. Definitely don't make this mistake that I have done previously. Let's learn from our mistakes, and let's ride this bull run together, guys. So if you guys would like to learn how to make $100 a day, watch this video on the screen right now.